But we're going to turn now to other concerns here on Earth. President Trump's address to the nation tonight, all about the state of the war in Iran right now and when it might end. Earlier today, he said the fighting could end very soon, but Iran has denied the president's claims about a potential ceasefire. So where does that leave us? Let's bring in Chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes, who's been following it all for us all day. Nancy, good evening.
Tony, good evening to you. Tonight, the president is going to try to reassure the American people that the spike in gas prices to more than $4 a gallon on average will not last long. We expect that he's going to say that the war will only last another 2 to 3 weeks, even as thousands more troops continue to make their way to the Gulf.
We'll be leaving very soon.
Eager to show that an end is in sight, President Trump claimed today that Iran's new regime president has just asked the U.S. for a ceasefire. Iranian officials quickly called that false and baseless. They insist no negotiations are taking place. With gas prices rising and his poll numbers sinking, Trump plans to lash out at NATO tonight for failing to back his war effort. Trump told Reuters today that he is absolutely considering withdrawing from the alliance, which was formed nearly 80 years ago to counter Soviet aggression.
I've been absolutely clear that this is not our war.
European leaders argued today that NATO is a defensive alliance with no role to play in Iran. This is not the first time Trump has done this, a German spokesman said. It is a recurring phenomenon.
We help NATO, but they'll never help us.
Legally, Trump cannot pull out of NATO without an act of Congress. But without help from U.S. allies, it is hard to see how he can stick to his 2 to 3 week withdrawal timeline without triggering a global oil shortage. A wounded Iran has successfully throttled 20% of the world's oil supply by threatening to attack tankers that try to pass through the Strait of Hormuz at the entrance to the Persian Gulf. Australia's Prime Minister warned his citizens today to brace for prolonged high prices.
The economic shocks caused by this war will be with us for months.
The UK is set to host a 35-nation virtual meeting tomorrow to discuss ways to deal with the situation in the Strait. Several countries have said they are willing to send ships to help with safe passage, but only after the fighting has stopped, Tony.